Okay, so my name is Teresa Canizales. This is for human development um, in early adulthood. We're going to be going over a few questions, and here we go. So, first question is, how does research on life conditions that accelerate telomere shortening illustrate the joint influence of hereditary and environment on biological aging? So, telomere is basically in the child's, like, when they are brought up in crisis or turmoil, like there's a lot of stressors. A child can be more prone to choosing more abusive routes, such as like overeating, or they could have depression, increased anxiety, as opposed to someone who is brought up in a more structural environment. They're more likely to have more positive choices and be healthier and more conscious of what they're putting in their body and also with their education. So their telomere inside their body, which is a hormone, basically alters and changes with the external situations that they are brought up in. Question number 2. Why are people more committed in committed relationships likely to be more sexually active and satisfied than those who are dating in several partners? So when you are in a committed relationship, you are more focused on the climax of the sexual intercourse, as opposed to someone who is dating several partners. They are kind of more focused with the kissing, caressing. There's not that intimate connection with that person yet. And so there's not a focus for that, for the climax. So question number 3, how does expertise affect information processing? And why is expertise necessary for, but not the same as creativity? So expertise basically comes in through middle adulthood, where with expertise, there is more cognitive awareness of being precise and with problem solving. So say in your late 30s, early 40s, you are more likely to be, in a more expertise thought process in problem solving. And as you are in later with your age to 50 and 60s, that's when a lot of people have actually made more creative exploring of discoveries, such as Albert Einstein, a lot of famous poets, a lot of famous artists. A lot of their work and studies have been, have been portrayed and spoken about and published in their later years. So the creativity really comes normally around that age. What student and college environment characteristics contribute to favorable psychological changes during the college years? So a lot of changes comes from the freshman year to the senior year of your college experience. So within the freshman year, you are still discovering everything. By your senior year, you are more open to performing arts, discussing historical literature, discussing more current events. Your view is more broadened because you are exposed to more culturally diverse people. Also, you have more exposure to life. So as the 4 years of college progress, you also expand your knowledge as a young adult, and you're more, I would say, more open-minded to the differences of life. Number 5, what cultural changes have led to the emergence of the period known as emerging adulthood? So, the cultural changes with the emergence period, basically, like in your mid 30s, no, I should say, that's not that question. Okay, so emergence of adulthood. So basically, like in East Asia, Southern America, those are more rural places than where we live in Northern America. So they don't have as many opportunities, and they come to having babies earlier than us. They come to being in families earlier than us. They come in emerging into adulthood a lot faster than we do. And a lot of times, they say in the text, a more privileged, rich people get exposed to. Some parents are able to send their children off to universities where they're not truly discovering adulthood at that time. Their emergence into adulthood is more in their 20s. So in the more rural areas, children will be more exposed to that, so to speak, like, at a lot younger age. In the Northern America, it's more exposed in your 20s. Last question, according to Levinson, how do the life structures of men and women differ? So Levinson talks about different ages of 40 to 50 and 60 to 65 for men and women. 40 to 50, they like to say that there is more of a midlife crisis. Women are wanting to look younger, and they are wanting to have their youth brought back. A lot of men who are haven't got to college, are more working in a blue collar job. They are more prone to also wanting that younger life, and having some regrets. They are wishing that they would have gone to college and they would have had a better education, so fulfilling a better life for them as well. So a lot of times there are some spontaneous actions for women and men, whether that's for some women, and some men would go and say, get a procedure done, or Botox, or facelift, whatever. Or for a man to buy a big purchase like a motorcycle or a brand new truck. Something that is out of the norm would be a midlife crisis. When Levinson talks about the ages between 60 and 65, those are the ages where they are more focused on passing the torch. So all of that they have worked for, they're not focused on the tiny details of regrets or all of their successes in life, but that what they can pass down to their families, what they can pass down to their young ones and grandchildren and kids. So that is their legacy that they are leaving. So yeah, that is all the questions for this video. Again, my name is Teresa Connie-Solis, and this is for human development. Okay. Wait, what?